institutions are injecting so much money. Look at this explosive trend. Hi investors, this video is about Riot Blockchain and it will give you so much value both if you're holding the stock or if you're looking at buying or selling Riot Blockchain. We are gonna look at the fundamentals of this company, meaning the revenues, the business model and so on, and also look at the chart just to see if the stock is a buy or not. And I've bought and recommended a lot of stocks on this channel, and to all my subscribers who copied my portfolio, we are up 32-33%. That is post market correction and actually well done to us. And by the way, if you just want to have a look at my portfolio or you want to know when I buy and sell my stocks, just join the free Discord group and it's the first link in the description below. And yes, it is totally free guys and just a nice place to chat. And before looking at the pros and cons of buying Riot Blockchain, we are gonna have a look at the business model of this company, and it's basically all about Bitcoin mining. And this is what Bitcoin mining is about. This is the equipment that is used, and basically it works as if this equipment produces Bitcoin that is then sold into the market. And that's basically the business model in a nutshell. And both the company and the Bitcoin miners are located in the New York area. And buying the stock of a Bitcoin miner could be the alternative of investing directly in cryptocurrencies. And I'm not the only one who says that. There are a lot of institutions who are actually dumping so much money in Bitcoin mining. And like I said, institutions are injecting so much money. Look at this explosive trend. In a nutshell, they invested $14 million in Q3, then $57 million in Q4. And we're talking about 2020, and last but not least 132 million in 2021. And we have very big hedge funds investing in this stock. For example, Morgan Stanley, they invested 13 million in 2021, and that is a 111% increase from what they had previously. And then Square Point, and they invested $2 million, an increase of 849%. But the biggest investor of all was BlackRock, with a whopping 22 million invested in 2021 alone, and that is a 67% increase from what they had before. And so the bottom line is that institutional investors are seeing a big opportunity in Bitcoin mining, and they're basically leading the charge of this exploding industry. And guys, all this money coming from institutional investors give me the feeling that this stock is gonna be big in the long term. And so I will make video updates as soon as news on Riot Blockchain comes out, both because I'm interested in this stock and also because this way you're always up to date. But the question is then, are we in a bubble? What is the short volume for this stock? This is the short interest for Riot, and as you can see, it's only 50%, which is more or less what most stocks have got. And as an example, Tesla, which is a stock that is actually quite a lot shorted, has got 24%. So 15% is not bad at all. And so that means that most institutional investors do not want to bet against Riot Blockchain. But how is this company doing in terms of finances? Let's have a look at it. And this is the summary of the latest earnings report. And the most important thing I wanted to look at are the revenues. And the revenues for the 3 months ending June the 30th in 2020 and in 2019 consisted of our cryptocurrency mining revenue of 1.9 million and 2.4 million respectively. And that is also reflected in the document. Obviously, Bitcoins produced in 2020 were 228 compared to 360 in 2019. In addition to that, the 2020 period was also impacted by the May 2020 halving. And so as the company struggled at the beginning of 2020, some very important measures have been taken. And actually I wanted to show you because news came out very recently. Riot Blockchain announces the production and operations update and purchase of Bitmain S19 Jane. Basically these are new Bitcoin miners. The company is pleased to announce the purchase of 1,500 new miners from Bitmain Technologies, which are scheduled to be delivered in October 2021. And once deployed, these 1,500 miners, combined with the additional 25,400 miners scheduled to be delivered during 2021, are expected to achieve an estimated aggregated Bitcoin mining hash rate of 4.0. And by the way, the higher the hash rate, the better is for Bitcoin miners. In January 2021, the company produced 125 newly minted Bitcoins, an increase of 23% over December 2021. And then again in February 2021, the company produced 179 newly minted BTC, an increase of 43% over January 2021. And so this company is actually speeding up their production to keep up with the increased demand of Bitcoin. And I'm gonna make video updates when more news on Riot Blockchain comes out, because I'm interested in this company and so that you're always up to date. And so the question becomes, is it a good time to buy Riot Blockchain or not? This is the chart of Riot Blockchain, and as you can see, we have formed a wedge, and we also seem to have hit resistance, because there is a resistance around $63, and we are actually coming down now. It seems there is gonna be support around $46. Okay, it's not certain that we're gonna go that low, but for today the stock is actually suffering quite a lot. I really hope that this wedge is not correct. It's probably a little bit higher. I would say that in the worst case scenario we're gonna hit $53.16, and that is where the 20 days moving average is at the moment, and that will provide some support should the stock go down. And in terms of RSI, it's not in a bad place. It's about 54, which is bang in the middle, so we cannot even say that we are in the oversold or overbought territory. What really goes for this stock, and actually for the whole industry, is the fact that institutional investors are really investing so much money. I haven't seen many companies being bought that aggressively, but in this case, Riot Blockchain is really backed by big banks, and that's what really counts. On the other hand, the business model is developing quite a lot, and I guess it's getting better and better because there is a lot of competition, and the cost of electricity is actually a big factor in terms of Bitcoin mining, and they're obviously catering for it with their new measures. And so the bottom line, this is a very good stock if you want to gain exposure in Bitcoin but not actually have Bitcoin in your portfolio. There are other stocks that would do the same for you, and we're talking about Tesla, Square, and MicroStrategy, but in this case is very much related to the production of Bitcoin. And so I think that is something that you definitely need to have if you think that Bitcoin is gonna be the next gold. And by the way, if you just want to have a look at my portfolio, or you want to know when I buy and sell my stocks, just join the free Discord group, and it's the first link in the description below. And yes, it is totally free, guys, and just a nice place to chat. And if you want another explosive stock, how about Zomedica? The video on the screen right now are the latest news on Zomedica. So click on the video.